Good morning. I'm so happy because I had to get up so early for physio and I was like dreading it. But it went so well. He said there's so many improvements from last week. The exercises I've been doing have really been paying off. I've got way more range of motion in my wrist, in the elbow. He mobilized my arm and was sort of like bending the wrist and the elbow a lot for quite a long time and stretching the forearm a lot. And it wasn't actually like irritating the nerve that much. So that's like a really good thing because it shows that the nerve is a bit less sensitive and I can move the arm without sort of pissing the nerve off too much. Like, it felt so good to hear the physio say like, you've progressed in a week, like I'm proud of you, congratulations, like you can see the progress, and I felt it as well. So it's just stuff like that makes me feel really positive, because he even said, it's normal that you still have pain because nerves are so sensitive, and he was like, it doesn't matter that you have pain, the importance is to gain the range back. So yeah, I'm really happy. Day's got off to a banging start. Look at this sky, it's sunny, it's nice, I feel good, I'm ready for the day. So yeah. So I'm currently having to massage my scar really hard because even though I've been doing this like 3 times a day basically for like 2 months, I can feel there's a really like ropey hard bit here where I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of scar tissue, and a lot of like the physios keep noticing it there, and no matter how much they sort of massage it, like it's still there. So I'm just literally pressing really hard, like just trying to sort of dissipate some of it, and I can sort of feel like as I massage it, I feel that I can sort of work into it and loosen it a little bit, but then it feels like the next day it's back. It's obviously quite stressful because like I don't want there to be scar tissue trapping the nerve, but at least this time like I'm aware of it. Last year I was just a bit naively just rubbing, and so like now at least if I sort of know what I'm looking for and know where to press, and it's a lot sort of nearer the surgery than last year when I realized there was a problem with the scar tissue. Like that was 6-7 months after the surgery, whereas now it's like 2 and a bit months. So it's still pretty fresh, and like the more we can sort of just massage it daily, specifically that area, the more likely it is that it won't become a huge problem like it did last year. So yeah, that's today's update. This is so painful, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. So just been having a bit more pain recently, since I guess doing those different physio exercises, because 5 times a day is quite a lot, which, having that pain always causes some anxiety in me. I've tried to rationalize, and also pain improved a little bit actually by the end of the day because I did the exercise a bit less and also tried to just like distract myself, not think about the pain, or not trying to look out for like, oh, how bad is it now versus earliest day, and that's helped. So I hope in the next few days like it'll settle down a bit. If not, I'll probably take the anti-inflammatories again just so that I don't have pain for prolonged periods of time. Had physio again this morning. She just massaged my scar and forearm, and said that we can't strengthen until the nerve pain like doesn't flare up. So that's it. So I'm doing my tens. As you can see, it's fully on the nerve, but experimenting with different positioning of the tens things. I normally put them on my little finger and then on the wrist because that's where I feel the pain. But then I realized that was a bit silly because the whole point of tens is that it stimulates the nerve in between the 2 areas where you put the electrodes. And I think I need to stimulate my nerve at the bit where it was being trapped, which is basically around the elbow joint. So hopefully just, doing this regularly is gonna be more efficient and effective than putting it sort of like in the wrong place. Even though that was offering me some pain relief, it was very temporary. So I'm gonna see how this works after like, a good week or more of doing this several times a day. So yeah, that's today's update. Absolutely riveting stuff. We're not in a very good place pain wise. It kind of feels like almost ever since the surgery, like there's kind of not been pain improvement. Like, you know, there's moments where it doesn't hurt, but I'd say overall there isn't much of an improvement. And there's some days where it gets a lot worse, and today was one of those, specifically in the morning. I was just shopping and trying to like pick up things, and my fingers and hand were burning so much, and it was really demoralizing to think this is, you know, such a simple task and movement, and like it hurts. So I was really not in a great place mentally today, but I unloaded my feelings to my sister, and I felt like as soon as I had sort of vented that out, the pain improved. So we know there is a link between emotion and the brain and pain, but when you feel the effect directly like that, it's pretty shocking. So the pain is a lot better this afternoon, but it's still there, you know, so I'm just concerned because it's starting to be quite a while since the surgery, and I just really want to see some tangible like improvement pain-wise, because there's lots of physical improvements, you know, like I can fully extend my arm and that's fine, I'm using it more, and I found today I'm starting to notice that the scar is looking better and better, specifically in the area I was showing in another video, near the top of the scar where it was kind of really ropey and rough. I've been working on that specifically this week and in physio as well, and it's starting to feel sort of like, how do you say, like more smooth. So there's a lot of positive stuff, but for me, the most tangible measure of improvement is obviously pain, because the reason why I had the surgery was to, you know, for pain. No one wants to be in pain every day. So yeah, that was a bit of a vent about today, but that's where I'm at. So I had a bit of a breakdown about the pain today. Don't mind me just doing my tense, but yeah, it was a rough day. It was really painful this morning. The heat makes it a lot worse. So yeah, I was just feeling really disheartened about it and like really just negative, but I'm trying to realize that there will be bad days and there will be better days, and that's okay, and that, you know, if there's a bad day, it doesn't mean that the whole recovery has gone wrong. And also in those moments, like, I'm trying to remember that I'm very sleep deprived and like not necessarily doing many things just to relax, and it's important to remember then, you know, like I need to prioritize my sleep and I need to make sure I'm doing some sort of meditation or things literally just for the sake of relaxing. Like the best advice I ever received from like both my physio and sports psychologist is, in the moments where you feel really overwhelmed by the injury and the pain, just try and focus on just doing the basics well, because often you neglect the basics and that just makes everything worse. So the basics, it's sleep, nutrition, hydration, getting enough sunlight. That's not been a problem lately. I think I've gotten almost too much. I feel really like I've got heat stroke or something. Socializing, and like gratitudes, things like that, just the little good things that you can do for yourself on a day-to-day basis that just help your well-being, because if those are in place, then makes it a lot more likely for you know, pain to not be as unbearable, and just for general emotional state to not be so down. So that's what I'm working on.